Alright, okay, alright. Take it easy, calm the fuck down. No. I mean, you can be hyperactive if you want to, I guess. So today, let's start with Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. Because we see how the human being has evolved through various forms to reach what we would see as the pinnacle of creation. But we love to think ourselves at the top of the ladder, and in truth, we may have the highest form of intelligence compared to primates, our most recent ancestors, but can we fly? Can we breathe underwater? No. Consciousness has evolved and adapted in a variety of different ways, in a variety of different directions. So nature and the intelligence around us deserve credit and recognition. Rather than just seeing ourselves as this superior being, as reigning over things, as having lordship, we can see ourselves as interwoven into the great mesh of life. And that's the problem with Darwinism, is that the modern idea of evolution, which I'm not scientifically, trying to refute, it's absolutely true. We evolved from primates. Nature uses natural selection, but there's an arrogance to it if mankind supposes itself to be the climactic form of creation. Because all species of life have their own unique intelligence or spirit. I could say that there are probably frogs who are smarter than some people. There are probably dragonflies that are much more alive than some people. So, in attention, in a reverence for the forms of life around us, allow us to gain access to the wisdom offered to us by this seemingly infinite tapestry of consciousness and life. But we know that this consciousness is evolving, that nature is in a constant state of renewal, reinvigoration, reinvention, healing, regeneration. And that was the topic of my last video. It's a perpetual, cosmic, orgasmic pulse that keeps life in this beautiful dance of change and evolution. And so too with us. Our minds and our ego does this thing where it basically captures life. The mind just captures life like a camera. It takes images, perceptions, and ideas, and it holds on to them. Because our ego, our individual self, holds on to these perceptions for a sense of identity, security, purpose. And this is not a bad thing. It's good to have a sense of self, to have notions and convictions to guide us through life. But if life is in a constant state of motion and evolution, are we evolving with it? Are we moving with it, or are we moving against it? Because over-identifications with notions and ideas that are already fixed and set can end up just holding you back from unlocking the true perception of what really is going on. Because true perception is something I talk about a lot, because it's a state of consciousness where infinity, limitlessness, complete freedom of the self is realized. It is emerging with the mind, the divine mind of nature. It's a state where everything you've learned in books, traditions, YouTube videos, the words of Jesus, whatever you're looking at, it all makes sense. You're like, oh, all right, I get it now. I see what they were saying. And the less and less externality you need in your life, because suddenly you have everything. Because that's what you are, everything. So outside the lines of finity, of the finite, there is a dimension where profound healing of the body, the mind, and the spirit can occur, because it's a gem that's never been picked up. No one's ever picked this up before. But we have to cultivate a pioneering spirit just in order to reach those states. Because no one's ever been there. It's undiscovered territory. We're living in territory that's already been discovered. It's already been mapped out. There's already a grid. It's already been done. There's nothing new under the sun. Except for us. Because we've never been here before. So I want to segue now to another idea or proposal, something to think about regarding the Lost City, the story of the Lost City of Atlantis. The Egyptians and the ancient Greeks both had this notion or this idea, a lost city of Atlantis. And perhaps it does exist. I can't say for sure yes or no, but I can also tell you that the fact that this myth has baffled historians and anthropologists and anyone who comes across this idea, or this myth is what they're calling it, is that it's leading you down towards your subconscious. Because if they're saying that the city, the lost city, was buried by the sea under the ocean, then they're saying that something has been buried, that something exists beneath our consciousness that is wonderful, that is amazing, mysterious, a golden city. But if it's under the ocean, then realistically, they're telling us that, or they were saying at the time, because this was before humanity or, mankind, science had the ability to really explore the bottom of the ocean. So they were saying that, no, we can't go there now. We'll never go there. So they're saying. But the deeper mystery is that, and this is why the Egyptians, the Greeks were such an advanced civilization, so they had so much information and knowledge and wisdom, because they knew that actually this was a place they could go to. But if it's subconscious, then how can you get there? What does it take? A dream body. They can go there in their dreams. So learning that you can travel in your dreams is basically what they were saying, what the city of Atlantis, where the map was leading towards a place that doesn't really exist, that we can never really experience here, but that we have to go elsewhere to discover it. And that elsewhere is actually just deeper within. It doesn't exist out here. It's a lost, hidden city. But that's everywhere. Atlantis, Atlanta, the Atlantic. So, something was buried, something was hidden from the consciousness that, because not a lot of people know that you can do that. So that tells you right there. So I wanted to propose that idea because it introduces the opportunity to actually practice this travel, which I'm speaking of. That when you're going to bed at night and you're going to, your body shutting down, you're entering dream state, then you can pretty much say to yourself, okay, I'm going on a journey now. There's this other part of me that I am now switching into. It's like totally flipping upside down. And from there, it is, this is a real mystery. It hasn't been mapped out. The dream world is just completely different from this one. So, but that's exciting to know that, that can awaken your, spiritual abilities when you're going to bed, that you're entering, into that other realm. But this is why it's, I think, a deeper mystery than is, this is why it's a deeper mystery, is because I think ancient cultures, Egyptians certainly, Greeks most likely, Mayans definitely, Aztecs, Incas as well, not to mention Aboriginal culture in ancient Australia before it was colonized. These cultures that I'm talking about, I think there's a reason why the art was so beautiful in ancient Egypt, why the civilization was so well thought out, so elaborate. They had such developed systems of spirituality and art and economics and technology, but I think a big part of the reason that this was because they had knowledge and the ability to access their dream body, their subconscious, the imaginal realm, and they had a greater ability to pull things from that realm, to bring things into creation. And now that is an ability and a gift that we also have. Dreams are real. It's just about how closely we're paying attention to them. How much we're really using our imaginative capabilities. Because I think there's, again, to take it back to Atlantis and why that mythology is so attractive is because it's a hidden mystery, it's a hidden secret that we have lost. Which is why now there's so much disorder, chaos, because things aren't well thought out. There's not been a lot of, there's been a plan in place, but it's been a pretty shitty plan, to be honest. So it's going to be up to the individual if they're going to fully reclaim their imaginative ability And I think not to over glorify these ancient cultures, because this ability or this gift that I'm talking about was certainly only reserved for the elite, for the rulers. These societies were elaborate, but they were designed a certain way for a certain reason. So, anyway, I just think it's a fascinating mystery to go back to, thousands and thousands of years. And in some ways, I started the video with the idea of evolution, but I think there's been a de-evolution from these, from the greater mysteries. But again, if we're able to really tune into our dream body and learn how that realm and that world works, then, I think there's more to be discovered. There's gifts and tools that we can gain from just simply our imagination, because that is the first step in anything manifesting. So, just food for thought. Well, hopefully even maybe more than that, but sort of the workings of some kind of journey. Because that's the thing, is like when you go to sleep, when you're dreaming, that's another journey you're going on. So, in conclusion, let's take the journey. Let's unlock the secrets behind our dreams. Let's pay attention to our subconscious. The subconscious is actually more of a realm that is seated around your navel, around your belly button, your abdomen. So, I think there's been a negligence with regards to maintenancing and taking care of that particular energy center or chakra for many people on this planet. So hence why we might not be able to listen to our dreams, pay attention, remember our dreams, engage with our dreams. So, in conclusion, let's begin that journey, because perhaps the lost city awaits us. So, maybe I'll see you there tonight. Hope you have a good night. Thank you.